If you've been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, you are probably either Team Jeremiah or Team Conrad. And in good Paul Wesley fashion...
Team Conrad or Jeremiah? What the hell kind of names are they? Conrad or What is this, like Bible teams?
What the heck are these names? Team Bonrad or Team Jelly? Or simply, as some might put it, everything but Team Belly.
Grandma, are you Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah?
Actually, I'm anti-Belly because she's just not fair.
In this video, I want to put in my 2 cents on why Jeremiah is clearly the better choice. Feelings for Belly. Let's start at the very beginning of season 1. Belly goes to cousins as she does every summer with a clear glow up. Let's look at the reactions of the brothers. Conrad immediately makes fun of her.
I liked you better with glasses.
And you can see in her face that she's let down. She was excited for Conrad to see her all grown up, just for him to make fun of her. Jeremiah, on the other hand, makes her feel seen from day one. This takes me to my next point. People always say, Jeremiah only noticed her when she turned pretty. But that is not true, and that is seen in the flashback episodes where Jeremiah turns down going out with his friends to keep her company, and they clearly have a moment there. Belly says it herself. Jeremiah was always there when I needed him. And yes, he might have seen her only as a friend up until one point. But what is morally wrong with that? It's always Team Bonrads who are pushing the agenda that Conrad always loved her, while Jeremiah liked her only as a friend. But with a guy who loves her purposely hurt that girl over and over and over again? Conrad might have loved her first, but keep in mind, Jeremiah is younger and normally could take longer to realize his feelings. But once he does, he never looks back or plays push and pull game like Conrad does. Jeremiah's maturity. In the show, Jeremiah is criticized by his friends and even his family for being immature and fooling around, especially Conrad, who constantly takes him as a joke. We have seen this with Conrad keeping his mother's cancer from him, dismissing his feelings for Belly, and trying to take care of the house being sold out by himself because he doesn't think Jeremiah is able to handle it, as in his eyes, he needs to grow up.
Grow up, Jer.
For a guy going to Stanford, his vocabulary is surely very limited. Anyway, that's not the point. As soon as Jeremiah finds out about his mother, he immediately goes to tell his brother because he recognizes it's his right to know.
Conrad, we need to talk, all right? It's important. It's about Mom. I found something out.
When Conrad goes missing, Jeremiah goes on a journey to find him and even puts his own broken heart aside by teaming up with Belly just to increase the chances of finding him. And when he finds out the house is being sold to their aunt, he immediately looks for solutions and offers his help, knowing it's also his responsibility. But this is just ridiculed by his own brother, who thinks he's much more capable of handling the situation on his own and he's more reliable and mature. His maturity in question.
Fuck school, I don't care.
Connie, you have to go back or you'll fail your class.
Yet he is just throwing tantrums and not willing to explore all possibilities of saving the house to not bruise his pride. Jeremiah, on the other hand, is willing to call up their father and go to Aunt Julia's house in attempt of saving the house. His optimism is uplifting. Although they're faced with the same problems, Jeremiah is always trying to keep a positive spirit around others, even if he's hurting the same deep inside. Jeremiah's selflessness. When Conrad and Belly hook up, they dismiss Jeremiah's feelings immediately.
Like, I'll talk to him. He might not even be that upset, you know? It's Jer. He never takes anything too seriously.
This has happened right after he found out about his mother's cancer coming back. He needed his support system, and they both failed him.
And then everyone expected me to act like I was fine. And I wasn't.
Okay, well, the last thing that we wanted, that I wanted was to hurt you. And that's why Conrad and I didn't get together at the end of the summer.
Yeah, Belly, for what, all of 5 minutes?
Keep in mind, Conrad has had longer to process the news, but it was still fresh to Jeremiah. Yet what he does is let them get with each other and not get in the way. That shows true maturity. Conrad's selfishness shows up when he goes to Jeremiah to ask for his blessing to be with a girl he had first.
My chest physically hurts to not be able to tell her that I'm in love with her. When your brother tells you something like that, there's only one right answer, even if it doesn't feel right at all.
I'm not gonna be the one to keep you guys apart. So go for it.
When Jeremiah gives his blessing, Conrad leaves to go and be with Belly, while Jeremiah is left with a pile of medical bills he has to take care of by himself.
I watched Mom slip away a little bit every single day. While you were at college, or with Belly, or moping around after you screwed that up.
Good for Jeremiah for standing up to his brother. Jeremiah's support. Jeremiah has always been supportive of Belly. This is shown throughout the entirety of Season 1 and Season 2. Between him being her biggest fan and pushing her to chase after her volleyball dream, constantly giving her compliments to uplift her, being protective, being there for her when she was scared, being her escort to the debutante, and constantly cheering her up and making her laugh. He's always there for her, playing no games, unlike his brother. Jeremiah is the bigger person. At the end of Season 2, Jeremiah tells Belly and Conrad to have a real talk, and if they still love each other, despite being hurt by the two constantly, he would walk away and not be what keeps them apart. He acknowledges Conrad's feelings, something that Conrad never did for him.
You still love her, Con.
I do.
And you need to tell her. She deserves to know how you feel. She picks you, then I'll let her go. I just want her to be happy, and I want you to be happy too.
This showing he's clearly the bigger person. There are so many things I could list off why Jeremiah is the better choice and the better brother, but for this video, I've rested my case. Thank you for watching.